In previous episodes, we covered our 750 nautical mile round trip up to northern Adriatic. In this episode, we will first visit the jewel of Adriatic, the old city of Dubrovnik, followed by two national parks, island of Mljet and island of Lastovo. We wanted to visit the old town in early morning hours to skip the crowds, so we didn't overnight at a close by island called Liveaboards.
To the rhythm of the violent breeze.
In 1979, the city of Dubrovnik was added to the UNESCO list of World Heritage Sites in recognition of its outstanding medieval architecture and fortified old town.
All right, well, we have a special guest on board with us. This is my brother Nathan, and we are right in front of Dubrovnik on the sailboat, which is pretty cool. It's a nice perspective to see the city this way. And yeah, we've had Nathan on board with us for about 2 weeks, and it's his first time experiencing life on a sailboat. What do you think, Nathan?
It was fantastic. I've really enjoyed my experience so far, and yeah, nothing quite like a boat.
Our next destination is the island of Lastovo. Island of Lastovo is located about 50 nautical miles west of Dubrovnik. We decided to break this long passage into two legs and do a stopover at the west end of Mljet Island. Consists of 46 islands, Lastovo Archipelago is one of the most remote and inhabited places on Adriatic Sea. We couldn't ask for better conditions for this 36 nautical mile passage. By the time we were getting close to our destination, it was getting dark, so we decided to spend the first night at Island of Saflan, which is located about 3.5 nautical miles northeast of the main island. Next morning, we moved CB to Bay of Zaklopatica. Zaklopatica is a very nice bay located at the north end of Lastovo with a very narrow entrance. Once you're in the bay, there are a number of restaurants you can tie stern to with a lazy line. The expectation is for you to have a meal in that restaurant, but do keep in mind that the mooring fee is included in your bill. This is unusual for Croatia, and it is something we only experience in Lastovo. Most restaurants in Zaklopatica do provide electricity, water, and shower facilities. After we settled down at Konoba Triton, we took a 30-minute hike to the old town Lastovo. The trail from Zaklopatica to Lastovo offers an unexpected art gallery for curious eyes. The town of Lastovo is spread over the steep banks of a natural amphitheater overlooking a fertile field, facing away from the sea. This is unusual compared to other Adriatic islands, which are normally harborside. Here's an interesting fact. The last recorded vampirism in history was recorded on this island. In 1737, an outbreak of severe diarrhea killed many locals. The islanders blamed this epidemic on vampires. As a result, the islanders formed a group of vigilante-style vampire hunters. Such cases were reported throughout all of Croatia in the Middle Ages. next stop is due to us to Luca Mali Lago. There are two bays in Luca Mali Lago separated by a peninsula. We decided to anchor in the more remote, less inhabited northern bay. This bay was so magical we decided to spend 2 nights here instead of 1. On day 2, we left CB on anchor for the first time and took a hike to the other side of the bay to visit Veli Lago and the town of Ubli. Here's a bit of bad news. Entering the Lastovo National Park is not free. At the time of recording, the entrance fee for a 45-foot sailboat was 200 kunas a day or 400 kunas for 3 days. After spending 2 days in this beautiful anchorage, in the morning of 3rd day we picked up the anchor and went around the peninsula. Today's destination is Uvala Cremena, which is famous for its submarine tunnel located right in the bay. By the time we got there was only one boat in the bay, so we were able to anchor and stern to right next to the submarine tunnel.
For better days to come and carry us like wind.